You've probably heard about the Mycene doll line by Mattel. But have you heard about the Mycene Shopping Spree minigame? The Shopping Spree game was a flash minigame on the Mycene website, first introduced in 2003. This game was a standard dress-up game, which allowed players to pick a theme, 2 characters from the Mycene gang to dress up, and outfits for each character. After the player was done dressing up their characters, they could print out the looks they've made or play again. Like the rest of the original Mycene website, the core assets of the game were stored in SWF files, also known as small web format or shockwave flash files. These files contained the backgrounds, buttons, character models, outfits, props, and music. XML files were used to store the text that would show up in the character's speech bubbles during the print screen. Each of the themes and outfits corresponded to a Mycene doll line. The first themes included Night on the Town, Chillin' Out, and Hanging Out, all released in 2003. In 2004, the game would include the Jammin' in Jamaica, Getting Ready, and Out and About themes, based on their corresponding waves. Later on, they would include the Masquerade Madness theme. As newer themes were introduced, older themes would be phased out of the game. 2005 would be an eventful year for the Mycene brand, and the Shopping Spree game would be updated accordingly. For instance, the club birthday theme would be added to the game. As part of the promotions for the Mycene Goes Hollywood movie and line of dolls, a special site was created, which would include a version of the Shopping Spree game. The Hollywood version would feature 2 themes, dressing room and red carpet. Lindsay Lohan, who voiced herself in the movie, could be dressed up in this version alongside the other Mycene girls. The Hollywood site and subsequently the Hollywood Shopping Spree game were only available for a limited time and would be taken down in 2006. The club birthday and Hollywood red carpet themes would be the last themes that featured the Mycene guys as dressable characters. Other themes that were introduced during this time include Day and Night, Secret Locker, and My Bling Bling. My Bling Bling would notably mark the start of the Mycene brand's soft reboot. In 2006, they would include the Mall Maniacs theme, which would mark the last appearance of the Barbie character in the game. Later on, they would introduce the Fab Faces theme, which would mark the introduction of Kennedy, who would replace the Barbie doll in the Mycene brand. Kennedy would reuse some of the Barbie assets in the game, but would also get a new character model with wavy hair. They would add the Unforgettable theme, which would be the last theme to have the 2003 art style and the Noli character. I Love Shopping was the first theme in the game that would feature the new art style for the brand. It would also mark the introduction of Nia and the reintroduction of Delancey, in her new brunette hairstyle, to the game. American Animation Studio, 2 animators, would help create assets for the updated version of the game for Mattel. Apart from some color changes and the new character models, the gameplay and major assets remained the same. Snow Glam, Splashy Chic, and Rockin' Awards were lines from 2008 that were also added to the game. Later Ultra Glam, Boutique Street, and Street Art themes would be added to the game. Street Art would be the last theme added to the game, likely due to the fact that Mycene dolls were no longer being sold in the United States by 2008. Mycene dolls would still be produced and sold outside of the US until 2011, when Mattel decided to discontinue the line. The Mycene website would remain up until 2014. Long before most browsers disabled Flash support on December 31, 2020, various versions of the Mycene Shopping Spree game were preserved on the Internet Archive, archive.org, and hosted on Flash game websites. Sadly, some themes have not been recovered. However, images of the print screens for most of these themes have been found on the Facebook page, The Old Mycene Cartoons. These include Night on the Town, Chillin' Out, Hanging Out, Jammin' in Jamaica, Getting Ready, Out and About, and the Hollywood version's red carpet theme. Something interesting to note is that some of the outfit assets for the Night on the Town theme can be found in the Mall Maniacs asset file. The Shopping Spree Flash minigame was a beloved part of the MyScene website, and was a mainstay even through the brand's soft reboot. Although the earliest themes have been lost, the rest of the game has fortunately been archived for future generations. The game encouraged the mix and match fashion play commonly associated with these dolls, in a virtual format. And as a result, Mattel was able to reach out to a more internet-savvy generation to promote the MyScene brand of dolls. Thanks for watching. If you have an idea for a future Have You Heard video topic, please make sure to leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more doll history videos.